Good morning, everybody. It's 9 o'clock here on Thursday, December 11th. Just 2 weeks away from Christmas now. 2 weeks on the button, too. It's going to be the 25th. And, well, you know it's on the 25th. But we're 2 weeks away from Christmas. I bet it's exciting over at the Dalton Rice household. I bet the savages are ready.
Oh, yes. It's crazy.
Are you doing Elf on the Shelf over there?
We actually do.
That's right. That's right. You're doing some mean things to them. I love it. Good job. Good job, Pops.
Yeah. We try to have fun with it. It's entertaining.
We are live from the Peterson Health Digital Studio at Pine and Plow Brewing Company this morning, and it is a lovely morning here. It was cool and crisp, and we're going to have sunny skies the rest of the week until Sunday, and then it's going to be cloudy with like no chance of rain. So just cloudy and overcast. We're brought to you by Ken Stopel Ford and Quick Lane this morning for all your service needs. Make an appointment today at 830-257-5557. Rochelle is here from BCFS with the great and powerful Waverly Jones. Rochelle's very nervous, so we asked her an icebreaker question. Did you get your car? Have you got your car service lately?
Oh, no, I haven't actually.
You need to take it over to Quick Lane and get your oil changed right away. Make a call today at 830-257-5557, or better yet, look at this action. If you're stuck over at BCFS, it's just a short hop for the mobile service van to get over there and change your oil. Remember to get your car serviced. You got to stay on the road. You have important work to do. So Ken Stopel Ford is the place to go for all of that. We're in the 12 Days of Giftmas. I don't know if Doug's going to show up today or not. He's probably very busy. But we do have other things to talk about this morning. Our friend over at JP Properties, Janelle Peralt, she is here. Oh, here's Kyla Gazelle is going to join too. Kyla, are you there? Kyla's coming. She's coming, folks. She's going to be here in a minute. But JP Properties, Janelle Peralt, she can help you with all of your real estate needs. And if you need to finance a house, our friend Kyla Gazelle can send you to this guy named Jeff Harris. And Jeff can help you get into a house. And he's one of those guys who can do the financing for you. Kyla can recommend him for you and get you over to Janelle and have that done. Let me see, what else do we have to deal with today? Oh, there's so much stuff going on. You need to have lunch today? Our friends over at Cart & Co. They've got sandwiches, they've got salads, they got soups, they got shrimp and grits tomorrow, they got cookies. They're delightful. Go visit them today. And then over at Friends Veterinary Clinic, if you need your animal looked at, they are one of our newest veterinary clinics. They offer a full range of services, pet wellness. They have surgeries. They have dental stuff. They got it all over there. And they also have an emergency service plan, too. Let me see here. Oh, don't forget that our friend Jody Tillman over at New Fed Mortgage. If you can't get to Jeff and his muscularity, you can go over and see Jody Tillman today over at New Fed Mortgage. She can take care of you. She's not necessarily as muscular as Jeff is.
Oh, she could take him, though.
But she could take him. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
She could take him.
She's tough. She's very tough. Oh, also, Renewed Pathways is another one of our sponsors. Renewed Pathways for microcurrent therapy. They're right there in the One Shriner building. Christy Vick is the proprietor of that facility. She can hook you up to this thing and it'll give you some kind of microcurrent feedback. Come on in, Lanza. Lanza T getting ready to join us. Everyone's got to make some room for her. Come on in here. Yeah, you're right here. Okay. You're right in the middle. Let me see who else we got there. Okay. Oh, good.
Yep.
All right. As requested. Lanza T is joining us here. Good morning, everybody. Let me see if Kyla's in the house. Oh, she was, and then she disconnected. So she's having some problems, technical difficulties. But she's at South Star Bank. And if you walk into South Star Bank and you go to your left there, she's in that first office on the left, and you can see her. And she's very delightful, very pleasant person. Hopefully she'll join us back here in a minute, give us all the banking updates that are here. I don't really have a lot of news and notes to share with everybody. I will say that Joe Herring wrote a lovely column this morning in the lead about this man named W.W. Ash. W.W. Ash, whose legacy in Kerr County is actually significant. He's the one that the juniper ash is named for, or the ash juniper is named for. So I was in Joe's column today. Our magazine is in production. Hopefully it'll be here maybe Monday, I'm guessing. That's my thought. And it is 160 pages of all Dalton Rice all the time.
No, that'll be boring.
I think Dalton, actually, you're in it. You're in it. There's a picture of you. I do know that. When all the people were here, the peeps were here, the historic days of July 4th, and the people that were here. So for all of that, and that's going to come out on the. It's supposed to come out on the 15th. We'll see. There were some things I had to do for this that I didn't expect to do, but we did it anyway. But it's 160 pages. There's a BCFS ad in there. Yes. There's some other things in there too that I think you'll find interesting. Kind of a year in review, except for December, because we had to print it before December, so we have everything until December. But what's interesting about this, and everyone I think can speak to this. Despite the year that we had some amazing things happen this year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, isn't it incredible? I mean, some of the things that you guys were working on while the flood was happening, Whitler and his crew was over there running around, trying to build a power plant. That was before the flood. We had the Water Street Festival. We had the Rocky Horror Picture Show. We had all these cultural events that happened despite the fact that we had the flood. We had the 75th anniversary of Louise Hayes Park. So it was quite the year. And then mercifully, we had the last city council meeting of the year on Tuesday, which, by the way, is still generating comments and reactions, Dalton. It is the most viewed. I do the updates every day, or at every meeting I have my own little commentary, and sometimes it's snarky, sometimes it's just kind of straight. I feel like this was the most straight thing that we had done, outside of me like poking at George Baruti a little bit about the number of times he speaks, which, by the way, he hit 20 speaking engagements this year. That is his second worst performance in the last 6 years. 190 all-time speaking engagements in a place that he says is no longer safe for him, but he still speaks 20 times a meeting. But I thought it was like our most benign coverage that I've ever given. And I mean, there wasn't a lot of upsetting gifts. No. There wasn't. There was a Balrock.
Yeah.
In the first one, because you guys were drilling too deep for the hole, and if you drilled too deep for the hole or for the water, then you would have unleashed the Balrock, according to Lord of the Rings mythology.
Science and geology.
Look at how evil those geologists were, right?
Oh man.
Do a remote well field, and they're like, oh yeah, that'll be $65 million.
Yeah. And the cost of that is all the easements.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. All the easements to get in there and drill that and stuff. So you had a very interesting meeting on Tuesday, but I think I told you that I think this morning. Where are we at here? This is fascinating to me. I don't know. I'm sorry, folks. It was
the last meeting of the year, and November and December are typically pretty busy meetings. But, looking back on 2025 and really the last couple of years, we've accomplished a lot. I mean, on the city side alone.
Yeah.
So it's been crazy.
Right. Okay. So the live updates from Tuesday's meeting, they have 75 reactions, 84 comments now, which means there's like 35 or 40 comments that I didn't make. We've reached 24,925 people. Number one demographic is 65-year-old women, followed by 35 to 44-year-old women. So there you go. The women are fascinated. I mean, it must be you. It must be your
highly unlikely. I don't speak.
You don't speak, right?
I don't speak.
It had to be Baruti then.
If I have to speak, something's going on, or we have to get a message across. Yeah. I don't speak very often.
Yeah, it's always fascinating to me when people like who's viewing the content. And earlier, actually, when it first did it, it was 35%, 35 to 44 demographic was number one, and then the old folks came in and said, "No, enough, we're taking over." But there was a lot of comments. One of the things I read, and there's some misinformation that's out there too.
No,
God, Facebook. I always love there's several things that always amaze me too about Facebook. By the way, is that it just makes everybody stupider in some ways. And so there's some comments in there like, Well, okay, we've been doing this Christmas lights tour for the last 5 years, and people are always surprised that we're doing it. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Like,
Really good book. It's called Like War,
Yeah.
and it's the weaponization of social media,
Yeah.
and just really talks about how social media has impacted everything from defense to to
Yeah.
the world. And it's funny because during the Osama bin Laden raid in Pakistan,
Yeah.
they were wondering what happened. Like, it got leaked, and they're
Yeah.
like, "How did it get leaked?" Only a few people knew. It was a guy on the internet in the mountains of Pakistan saw the helicopters flying over and tweeted it out.
Yep.
And he had no clue what was going on.
No clue.
No
Just
clue what was
just-
going on,
just
but
saw
just
it.
instantaneous information. And then one of the quotes was pretty funny. It's, "Every village has an idiot, and the internet brought them all together."
Brought them all together. Well, so here were some of the things that popped off from this meeting. One, you have money for this, but you don't have money for a flood siren system. One, you raise taxes, and you can't wait to spend that money. Oh, look, there's the mayor. Goodbye, mayor. The mayor, Joe Herring, has left the building. You had money for this, but you're going to spend. You can't wait to spend the money on the new taxes you raised. And the new tax is only a year-long deal, 2 year. The disaster recovery, 3
It's
years.
technically a year long because the council would have to do it again, but they can only approve it for up to 3 years.
But here's the thing, though, right? So the biggest ticket item you're probably facing outside of repairing Louise Hayes Park is that FEMA will pay 75%
Up to,
if you qualify.
if we qualify.
And one of those is you have to replace a bridge.
Correct. And really the bridge is done. Bear Creek Bridge is done.
That's just a temporary bridge.
Well, and we were very fortunate. We're still navigating some of that, but that bridge was built to the 1980 standard prior to everything, and it's concrete, not asphalt, which is typically the higher standard. So we may be fortunate enough to be done.
Oh,
so
that's good news.
Yeah, so we're still
That's breaking news.
Yeah, we're still waiting to see if that's going to work, but as of right now, the bridge is complete. We're in discussions with the county and everything, but yeah, right now it looks like that bridge is done.
That's good news.
So
Rusty Hairholzer will never come to another meeting now because he came one time. He was very polite. He said, "Fix my bridge."
Well, and I think there's a lot of misinformation, obviously, out there on, the separation between what the city does and what the county does. Yeah. The city, we have floodplain management rules. You have to build 1 foot above the floodplain, the 100-year flood plan. And if you don't, it's going to get denied. And city council has been denying things long before the flood. Some of the buildings that got, washed away were things that were either above the 100 or within the 100-year or were predated, 1970s.
Right. And so, I mean, that's a huge win for you guys, not to have to, build build the temporary bridge and because you were looking at a significant outlay of cash for that. That's good news.
Yeah, and so
now what's the next big ticket item you got to fix?
Well, Louise Hayes Park is probably going to be the next big one. We're waiting on a couple things to get the river trail back open. We've had a lot of support with Guadalupe Park, so we're still doing a lot of assessments. I mean,
the NBA teams are building that, right?
Yeah, Kerrville Shriner Park it's got significant damage on the riverside, so we gotta fix that. There's still some stuff at the water treatment plant. Everything's up and running, but there's some things that we got to work through.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, we're just slowly kind of cranking away at it. The biggest challenge is up to 75%. It's reimbursement.
Yeah.
So we have to pay for it up front and then get reimbursed for it in time.
Yeah. It's that's always fun.
But I will say, Julie, her team, FEMA, TDM, all the folks that do the paperwork, that was something we hit July 5th, and we tackled that beast. And that is what gets a lot of cities not reimbursed in a timely manner, is that right there.
And that was interesting too, because you guys honored all those folks too on Tuesday night. Those people who work behind the scenes with TDM and FEMA to get you guys reimbursed on things. That was an interesting presentation.
Yeah, and I was talking with Michael Hornis yesterday, one of the assistant city managers.
Hey, wait a minute. By the way, just so you know, Michael Hornis is not decorated for Christmas this year.
You're lucky I did.
I feel like I should call him up right now and call him out, because he did Luminarias one year. Like, I caught him decorating. He didn't do anything this year, which I guess I understand, because I think people are exhausted.
Hey, just go throw some inflatable floats out.
I
there.
drove by his house last night, and look, George Eichner decorated his house. There's no reason why Michael Horns couldn't decorate his place. All right, so let's get this done.
Man, it's been crazy.
Yeah, I know.
It's been crazy, but no, he had I was talking with Michael yesterday, and he's like, yeah. all the debris folks and everybody were thankful that we recognized them. I'm like, people don't do that, and apparently not.
Probably not. Like, thanks a lot for cleaning this mess. I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
Yeah. So that was good. I'm glad our team did that. Well deserved.
That was really nice. I saw the police department, by the way, had their big Christmas party, and they honored some of their officers, and they honored one of the dispatchers, Riley Gordon, which I have been advocating for, and not just him. I mean, the whole group should get that, but he sort of stood out for some of the things that he did, right? And a lot of people are upset with the media, I guess.
As they should be.
Well, I mean, look, here's the thing, right? This is why I wanted the 911 calls. And I'll be honest with you. I listened to 2.5 hours of the 911 calls. And it's not because I'm a ghoul or anything like that, you know, although I do feel a certain sense of desensitization about some things. But what I wanted to know was, because if I believe the media narrative, right, that we've heard, Dalton, you're running around shirtless in Louise Hayes Park at 3 o'clock in the morning, and your weather app is turned off, right?
Yeah.
I want to understand what was happening, because again, my situation is that there were things that were happening that you were still the city was effectively working.
Yeah. You
didn't have to have a leader to effectively work. They were still doing their jobs and doing their training. I saw a movie last night, by the way, which Dalton, I don't know that you should watch it or not. It might be bad, but it's called Warfare. Have you heard of this movie? Warfare is basically about a squad. It's supposed to be SEALs, and I'm not sure if it's SEALs or Marines. If someone in the chat,
it's probably SEALs, because that's all Hollywood stuff.
No, this is not a Hollywood. This is
amazing hair and
no. These guys are ugly.
Oh, okay.
A couple of them are fat.
Marines. They're Marines then.
Yeah. It's either Marines or SEAls. They don't look like SEAls, but they look like Marines. I mean, there's no Chris Pratt's all jacked up on steroids.
Yeah.
But they're in Ramadi, 2006. And it's supposedly an autobiographical story. Anyway, it's about these guys going in and they're doing a surveillance mission, and it goes bad. And it goes bad in a hurry. And the captain is basically concussed and ineffective because he's just out of the game. You know, one, he's lost 2 guys to horrible injuries. His interpreters are killed. I mean, it's just a mess, right? And but the guys under him are still doing their jobs. Mm-hmm. They're still effective, right? And you can criticize the captain for putting him in that position, but the truth of the matter is that his guys were there and they got him out of there. And I think that's the kind of what happened on July 4th. And I think I wanted to hear that. I wanted to be clear, because I've had the 911 logs for a long time, the actual paper logs. What I wanted to hear, Dalton, was I wanted to hear the dispatch and how they were dealing with this. And I know you argue too. We had this kind of conversation offline, but I'll put it out there. You know, like, they have to do their jobs, but I still think, considering that the scale of the disaster, was immense, and what they were being asked to deal with, because some of those calls, there's one call in there that's 7 minutes long.
Well, and not to mention too, I mean, even beyond, you know, their jobs, a lot, you know, the nighttime dispatchers, they were reaching end of shift.
Yeah.
You know, so by the time those calls started coming in, and then that doesn't even factor, you know, the 911 calls don't even factor in what I talked about during the Senate, you know, joint Senate hearing testimony, was the radio traffic calls started happening long before the 911 calls.
Yeah.
So radio traffic was starting to go out at 2 a.m. on everything. And so not only are the dispatchers having to navigate the 911 calls, they're also having to navigate the radio traffic for the officers that are on the ground seeing everything. Yeah. Not just officers, but fire as well.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, the workload is overwhelming, and their ability to stay calm and cool and collective. And there is a level, unfortunately, of desensitization to it. And we kind of talked about that a little bit on the media, which I think I went viral for on one of them. You know, is that cry wolf mentality, and our dispatchers. That's why mental health is such a big component for all of us. That's why it's important for us to make sure that we tackle it, because desensitization doesn't mean that you're handling it well. It just means it's locked up really damn tight, and you got to talk to somebody about it.
Well, and there are some calls that are hard to listen to, I guess. But there's, as far as the way they handle it, I would say that they handled it brilliantly. There's only one call that I listened to where I thought a dispatcher was getting a little impatient with the person, because the woman was convinced someone was breaking into her house, and finally the dispatcher was like, because she was just going on and on, like, there's somebody there's knocking on my door, and they're like, the dispatcher's trying to say, look, we have a flood going on. They may be trying to get you out of your house. Do you feel safe? And finally, out of kind of exasperation, the dispatcher says, no one's coming to help you. At the end of it, like we are slammed with people, and there's no way to get anybody out there, which I thought was interesting.
Well, my kind of stance on that and the approach on that is good for them. Yeah. And I stand by that 100% because, especially in these very tough situations, and especially in the, in all of this, the stuff that we have with the media and just social media and just communication, at a certain point in time, sometimes the truth is just the best answer. Yeah. And, and people just need to hear the truth, whether they like it or not, because you can either try to rely on something that is there for, 25, 50,000 people in a massive disaster situation, or what are you going to do to help yourself? Yeah. And at a certain point, sometimes the truth just needs to get out. And so I commend the dispatcher for doing that because, that is a hard stance and people are going to criticize them for it. But they needed to hear that.
Yeah, they needed to hear that.
They needed to hear it.
Hey, look, get to someplace safe. We'll get there when we can, but no one's coming right now because there's no way to get out there at that point.
Yeah, I stand behind the truth. It sucks sometimes, but it's people would rather hear the truth even if they don't admit it.
Yeah. Right. Speaking of the truth, though, Akala Gazelle apparently can't get online. So, damn it. She's so good, too. I haven't talked to her in a long time. She's been, because Jeff was like in Mazatlan or something like that, like running around surfing. And having he can surf and drink a cocktail at the same time.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of it?
Well, I'm sure we do somewhere, but he has like a little sippy cup. So yeah.
Wine glass with a sippy cup on it.
Yeah.
Wine glass with a nipple on it.
Right. Hey, by the way, did you read my text to you last night about the Godzilla movie I was watching?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Listen. Here's the deal, folks. Listen to this. So. Americans make terrible Godzilla movies. Yes. The Japanese still figure it out, have it down. And there's always some sort of like social commentary attached to these movies. So this is when 2016. And it's basically Japan is probably the most prepared country for a disaster, right? Because they have earthquakes, they have tsunamis, they have none of them just have little earthquakes. They have big earthquakes. Like they have earthquakes that even scare me. Like I'm used to earthquakes, but their quakes are terrible. And so they have all these evacuation routes. They have all this sort of stuff. And the Godzilla movie is about how sort of like government comes to a standstill because they're like, even as prepared as they're supposed to be, they can't figure it out. It's like, what is this? That can't be right. This can't be something that's happening to us. That's ridiculous. So it's pretty good.
All the Godzilla movies are almost like metaphors. And I mean, still to this day, Godzilla -1 is incredible.
So good.
So good.
So good. Lonzo, have you seen Godzilla -1?
I have not, no.
I recommend it highly.
Missed out on that.
And you have to watch it in the original. You cannot do dubbed.
Yeah, you can't do dubbed. No. Yeah. It's really about World War II.
Yeah.
It's a movie about the Japanese sort of reclaiming their pride, A lot of these men that they're traumatized by the war, and now they have this gigantic lizard tearing things up, and like, we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. All right, Waverly's here.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
And she brought Rochelle with her. Rochelle's super nervous, so we won't give Rochelle too hard of a time. BCFS is one of the quiet heroes of our community. They do a lot of important work with the youth and families. Tell us a little bit. Give us the intro give us the elevator pitch of why BCFS matters.
The elevator pitch is really easy. We help support youth ages 10 to 25 with struggling with life. Whether if it's 10 to 17, we help them excel in school and promote themselves. 18 to 25, we help homeless youth by housing them, helping them find jobs, giving them all the life skills that they need so that when they graduate the program, they are actually working community members.
Right. So. Right. And they do, and you do some really, you need volunteers constantly. You need, there's a lot of things that go into this because these are kind of, in some instances, these are kids also too that have aged out of foster care, right?
Yes.
Or they're in that situation where they've had some challenges. So,
Yes. On the housing part, we have an apartment complex where we house them for
Right.
12 to 18 months. They can be foster aged out, or they can just be homeless.
right.
So just depending on the situation.
And historically, you guys have always needed volunteers for things.
We have volunteers. Our biggest
Mentors.
volunteer is mentoring.
Yeah.
Both for our youth, the 10 to 17, and then also we have special volunteers that help with our house with the housing.
Right, right. This is a program that's been around for many years in the Hill Country. How has the flood changed things, or has it made things worse or more challenging for you guys? What tell us a little about how that impact has happened.
Well, the biggest impact is the fact that we were able to recruit some San Antonio counselors. Now we have a program called RTH, which is Resiliency Through Healing.
Yeah.
And it's a counseling program.
Okay.
And we offer that to anybody 14 to 27. And it's free.
Wow.
And basically everybody in that demographic
All right.
qualifies because of the flood.
Oh wow. Wow. And so what has been the response on that so far?
It has been amazing.
Really?
We've got, I want to say, close to about 350
Oh,
clients.
what's
that
going
are
on over there?
utilizing.
What's happening over there? Is someone causing problems?
Jack
Yeah,
Lamb.
it's Jack Lamb.
Jack Lamb's causing problems again. Gee, Merry Christmas. And so the response has been great, and you feel pretty good about where you're positioned, even with the flood being such a big impact on our community.
We've been able to jump in and help a lot.
That's
so.
great. That's great. Now, what do you make Rochelle do? What is her job?
She's actually our mentoring specialist. So
Ah.
she's the one that gets our mentors trained, matches them with the youth, is her specialty.
How's that going?
Oh, it's great. But of course, again, we just need those volunteers. We need those mentors to step up in the community.
What would you say to somebody who's on the not comfortable with that idea, or like has thought about it but needs some convincing? How do you convince them?
They can meet with me. I also have great mentors already in my program that are willing to talk with them, speak up, kind of show them the ropes. Also, just any questions that they have, I put out there. Don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah.
I will try my best to reassure. If they have a problem with like anything that they could, have in their mind, the training, if they need to be retrained, if they need a little bit more on something, I will go deeper. If
Yeah.
I don't know about it, I will learn it.
Right. I mean, and that's the thing too. Like, you don't ask for a lot of time, but there is like a training piece that has to happen. And tell me a little bit about what that looks like.
Yeah, so the first initial training is just about an hour. We do have, we train about, like what kind of goals and obligations. We also talk about crisis intervention, motivational interviewing, just intensive. I wouldn't say too intensive at first, but then while you're with us for additional 6 months,
Yeah.
you do a little bit more in-depth training on those.
What kind of mentoring do these kids? Do they need specific mentoring, or they just need mentoring in general, where they have an adult who's rational and gives them a little bit of time?
I just think mentoring in general, we have a lot of youth from the ages 10 to 17 who are in our program for various reasons. And if they're interested in the mentoring program, we give them a shot, and we have a lot of successful stories.
Yeah.
In that.
Waverly, how would you assess this, these efforts for mentoring? What's the biggest need, do you think, as far as mentors go?
Right now, we are in a huge need of having male mentors.
Male mentors, right?
We have quite a few young men that are wanting in the program. We just don't have enough men to step up. And being a mentor, the biggest thing about being a mentor is just giving your time.
Yeah.
and being that shoulder for somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
It's making that connection.
Right. Right.
And being a good role model.
Yeah. Right. And being that, and again, it just, I think people get afraid of the time, right? And you just have to convince them like it's worth your time. It's worth our time. It helps this community.
Yeah, it's amazing how our mentors will go, oh my gosh, I have received so much from doing this.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've given, but I've received.
Yeah. Right.
And of course they've given.
Yeah. They've given a lot.
And they know they've given, but they receive so much.
Yeah.
I learned this and I learned that. And what's really nice is it's only an hour
Right.
of your time once a week or twice or once every 2 weeks, just depending on what works for you.
Right. Did Waverly, how long have you been with BCFS now?
A little over a year and a half.
What brought you, what was the attraction to it for you?
For me, I wanted to get back working with youth because I did that previously.
Yeah.
And just felt like it was time to give back
Right.
and help the youth with the struggles that they go through.
Yeah, exactly.
And this was my way of doing that.
And Rochelle, was that one of the things for you too?
Oh yeah, I've always told myself growing up I will never work with children, anything like that. And then I got that one job with the youth, and I fell in love with them. So
you were like, I don't want to be around any gross kids, right?
I've always worked with adults since I was 21,
Yeah.
and now, like, after I had worked with youth in one specific job, I'm like, oh, I love them. I'm not going back.
What was the kind of the aha moment for you, thinking this was the right fit for you?
Just, I don't know. I want to say, like, that satisfaction of them looking up and me being a really good role model for them in that moment. Yeah.
Yeah. If someone wants to get involved, what do they need to do as far as being involved with this group? How do they reach out to you? I'll put that to Waverly first. How do they get involved? Do they reach you? Do they call you? Visit your website?
All the above. They can call us. They can come by the office on East Main.
Yeah.
They can go to the website. There's a little contact us,
Yeah.
and they can just fill in the blanks. We'll give them a call back.
Okay.
But stopping by and just saying hi.
That's all they need.
That's really and
That's
truly all they
matters.
need.
Yeah. Stop by. The building's right there on East Main. And it's a lovely building. I've been in there before. I've seen the kitchen. Do you give like tours or anything? You've had some open houses.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you want to come by, we'll give you a tour.
Right.
We've got New Hope Counseling in the building.
Oh,
We've
good.
also got MHDD in the building upstairs.
Right.
So we
It's
have a lot
full
going
service
on.
facility.
It
Full
really
service.
is a
It
full
really is.
service facility. I do want to mention, because I just got it confirmed, the date confirmed yesterday, but March 28th, we're going to be doing a carnival at the event center.
Okay.
And I'm really excited. It's going to be free for the public, families. We're going to have a dunking booth.
Oh,
I've
nice.
already got a few people that everybody's going to want to get into the dunking booth.
If you do it, I'll do
Everybody's
it.
gonna
Look,
wanna-
if he does it, I'll do
Oh,
it.
if he
I'll do
gets
it.
Lewis in there, do it.
Yeah.
I
I'll do it
want
just,
you in
I'll do
there.
it just so Lewis will do it.
I'll do it.
Okay.
All right, we're in.
Got you
We're
in.
in. All right, good.
See?
Unless it's freezing cold, then I'm like,
Oh no!
Well, that's why we're doing it in March.
No, you need to pour ice in it. That's
Yeah.
the only way that I'm doing it.
Okay, I can do that.
Yes.
I can definitely.
You know what's interesting about dunking? A dunking thing was I did it once several years ago at a racetrack, and like a motorized, automobile racetrack, and I was like the last one, and the water was like full of oil
it's
and
filthy.
weeds. Oh, it was so gross.
Yeah, that's the worst. I got to be first though.
It'll be clean.
I got to be first. Lewis
It'll
has to be
clean.
last.
Yeah.
But we're real excited about it. It's just an opportunity for us to be able
What is that
to
date
let
again? March when?
March 28th. And it's an opportunity
hot, it
for
could be cold.
everybody to just get together, have fun. We're going to have all kinds of carnival games, not the big rides.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let
Right.
you know.
Okay.
No major ride,
Okay.
but a lot of fun. Families come out, enjoy, and hopefully just see what everything's all about.
All right. Good job, both of you. I'm going to let you guys go because I got other people I got to get on the show. Thank
Absolutely.
you very much for both of you. Now we're going to shift. Thank you, Waverly, very much.
Thank
And thank
you.
you for being in the magazine. And Rochelle, you did great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Am I done?
You're done too. You can go now. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Gonna leave me alone.
Yeah. Here's the deal. What? Wait. I want you to hear this though first. Tell me. Okay. I heard this idea, and you can speak to this for a minute. You can throw them under the bus. That wouldn't it be great if we had some reclaimed wood from the flood, right? And we had a one-off special furniture show of stuff. Now, is that happening, or you're looking at me like you're crazy, Louis? This is a great idea. We're going to do it already. Because then it gives Drew Paxton something to do in his off hours.
Drew Paxton doesn't have off hours.
I know, but he made one of the best.
Oh, I know.
Did
Thanks.
make a
It
very
was
cool take
phenomenal.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be awesome?
There's
yeah,
some
definitely.
issues involved with that.
Yeah.
As far as making fine furniture out of salvage wood, it takes years to season the wood to
Yeah.
get it to where it can be worked with.
Right.
So it has to be kiln dried, and then there's a whole process. I've
Science.
been well educated by our furniture makers on that.
Yeah.
Just over the last few months.
All right. Good job, those two. Sergeant Lamb, I want you to sit right here. KACC, by the way, if you have not been to the furniture show, it is one of the best. It's one of the best things out there. It really is.
We got treasures galore in KACC.
And then let's sit your assistant right over here, and then we'll put the golf pro at the end.
Oh, I'll get my bag
Yeah,
out of the
there we
way.
go. What do you got though? What do you have?
I've got
What do you-
goodies from
Yeah.
the gift shop because we furniture show ends this weekend.
Yes.
Is it?
This is like the last. This is like your last weekend, right?
Yes.
In your take a little break.
Actually, Friday's the last day.
Okay.
We end this show on a Friday rather than a Saturday, but we're changing that for next year
Okay.
because it confuses everyone.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got some cool stuff at the gift shop.
Oh.
We have things that are going on. The furniture show ends on Friday. We'll be open till 6 on Friday, and then the guys come to pack it all up on Saturday. Then next week, we have our annual meeting, which is, we talk about what we're going to be doing for the next year. And then on Friday and Saturday of next weekend, we'll have, from 10 to 6, we'll have our last minute Christmas market.
Oh, good.
So it won't be just stuff in the gift shop. We'll have a lot of crafters within the galleries.
That's
Their
exciting.
own little booths, yes.
Yeah.
So we've got
Oh, a
some
dog?
really, yeah,
You're right here. Let me move it on this one. Hold on a second.
not a problem.
All right.
So I'm shooting to this one.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
So we've got all kinds of art. So this is a print by Keith Stennett.
That's lovely.
Yeah, people who
What a
love the
dog.
Great Pyrenees.
Like a
But they're-
lion.
Yeah, so a lot of people expect to see things
That looked
like
good in
this.
Jack Lamb's house.
We've got glass art.
Yeah, that's
so this
lovely
is
too.
all glass.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. She's done a lot of different florals. In
Who's
there.
the artist on that one?
Cindy Charrington is
Okay.
the artist on that one.
All right.
And then, hang on.
Got more. Look at
There's
this.
more.
This is. I've been waiting for
Okay.
this for like 3 years. Lonza's got so many cool things.
There are cool things. So this is a new artist who's showing.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of her name, Petey. And I can't think of her last
that a
name.
dog?
Right now. It is a dog, but it's also a bud vase. I meant to
Oh,
bring
that's
some
great.
flowers to put in it. But she has little sculpted cats and dogs and chickens, all kinds of little animals
Yeah.
and ornaments. So we've got a Potter, and we haven't had one of those.
Wait a
in
minute.
several
Hey,
years.
hey, Dalton. Hey, Dalton. Come here for a second. Wouldn't this look good in front of Brenda Hughes's spot on the dais there? It's a little dog, and we
Little
can
wiener
put
dog.
fresh flowers in front of her every city council meeting.
Fresh flowers. She's going to pay for that.
I'm going to pay for that.
It's only $10.
All right. Well, if you're going to pay for it.
I'm going to come buy that and put it on there. I mean, I already. Did you know that? Did you hear the story the other day? By the way, that the chief was texting me during the meeting, like cursing me, because he took like a bunch of those.
Unsafe environment.
It is an unsafe environment because he was upset with me because he got addicted to those truffle things I brought.
Those things were ridiculous.
Yeah, and he was like, he had taken too many of them, and he ate all of them, and he was like, these are so good. Yeah, I know.
Those were ridiculous.
I know. All right.
So, of
all right.
course, what a lot of people expect to find are homemade
Yes.
or handcrafted wood items.
That's where I think like there was a lot of great. Is that still all sold out now, or is all
No,
those?
well, we have some in the gift shop, but we also have
Yeah.
a gallery along with the furniture show that has items like this.
Yeah.
And it'll be up until Friday. So Some of the artists do leave their boxes and their cutting boards and things like that.
Jane Polk
throughout
wants to
the
know, is
year.
that a dachshund bud? I don't think it's necessarily a dachshund. It's just, it could be a
Kind of
dachshund.
seems like a
Yeah.
dachshund. I'll
Yeah.
back out.
Yeah.
It's like,
I thought it looked like a hound dog, quite frankly.
he could be a cross. As we all.
Oh,
have-
yeah. Yeah, he's got big old ears. That could be a
it's
dachshund.
It could be a.
Yeah.
Yes, could be a
Jane, it could be a dachshund.
dog. So, all right. And then we've got jewelry, of course, handcrafted jewelry. I brought a couple of examples. So we have these great earrings that are made out of beach glass that
Love it.
The artist
That's beautiful.
Kelly has salvaged herself off the beach. And then we also have handcrafted wire wrapped stones. This is a piece of malachite that's wire wrapped in silver. So, and we've got something for every budget. So while this itself is $110, the beach glass earrings are only $20.
Right.
So we've got a little bit of something for everyone. We've got kaleidoscopes. It's pretty amazing to see what all we've got in our gift shop.
Oh, Jack's throwing down cash. He's throwing down cash.
What do you get? Oh, the bud vase?
No, the beach glass earrings.
Oh, the beach glass earrings.
Oh.
All right.
Sold.
Sold.
Are you
All
gonna
right.
wear
Thank
those?
you.
Good on you.
Those look really good, Jack.
Those would look really
Let me get the little price tag off
Yeah.
the back of it so I can.
Lonza, this furniture show though, COVID kind of wrecked it
Yes.
for a while there,
Yeah, it did.
and then it's come back beautifully.
Yeah, well, it was kind of in a slump going into COVID. There were, you get complacent with something for a while, or it's done the same way every time. Things tend to slip. So when I came back in 2019, just before the shutdown, I started talking to some furniture makers because
Yeah.
they were complaining about things aren't the way they used to be. They're not the standard it needs to be. And I said, okay, well, let's fix this. And so they decided to become part of the solution. And we formed a committee and interviewed a bunch of different furniture makers who've been in the show over the last several years.
Yeah.
And they said what was wrong, what they loved about the show, and all of that stuff. And we took their recommendations to heart, and we implemented them. And we also found ways of fundraising for the show, new ways of fundraising that actually bring more money in, so that we can market it better and we can keep things up at the standard that they're supposed to be at.
I think that you've always had great seasons, and every year you have something, but I think this year really stands out. I don't know why I think so highly of this year, mainly because I think, one of the reasons I think is the flood just so sucked the life out of
Yes.
everybody's, emotions and energy, and was such a devastating part of our world for so long, and still to this day. And the beauty of it was like a lot of us were like, we need a little distraction.
You need something normal,
We
and
need
that's
something
something I
normal, yeah.
noticed during our summer art camp.
Yeah.
Past year, the art camp, there was some discussion about, well, do we even have it? That's the week after the flood happened.
Mm.
Do we still go on with the show? Because we had some kids, I'll be honest, that
Yeah.
can't come to art camp this year
Yeah.
because of the flood.
And I think though that, the flood aside, I think this has been, I would say this is your finest year you've had.
It has been a good year.
Yeah.
Even aside from the flood, the kids were looking for a sense of normalcy. I think people have rediscovered that we actually exist.
Yeah.
I think they had forgotten that
Yeah.
we were there, and we're a little gym right downtown.
Yeah.
It's free admission, and we put on some great.
It really,
There's some great things, and it's for every taste. If you don't like the abstracts we're showing one month, hold on. There's going to be some beautiful watercolors coming up the next month.
right.
So, and coming up next year, we have the Smithsonian coming
Yeah.
in.
Right.
So
How are you feeling about that?
I'm freaking out a little bit, but I'm excited
It's
about
okay.
it.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah, we can do this. I've got a good committee of people pulled together. We've got a lot of people who say they want to pitch in and help. I'm always looking for more help on this, whether it's marketing, whether it's fundraising, whether it's helping with putting the exhibit together itself. Because it's not just the Smithsonian's coming in and we're putting it up there. We are putting into a pretty large scale exhibit that's themed to our community
Yeah.
as well. And the theme of the exhibit is called Spark Places of Innovation. and it's talking about innovations in rural areas, and that fits us so well.
Got a
And
lot of it.
It was so easy writing the application for
Yeah.
the show because
I mean, Harry
we
Dieter
have-
alone, right? It was just like, I mean, he's like a chapter in the whole thing.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. There's a whole bunch of people that have their own chapters in
Yeah.
our community. I mean, and people don't realize things like little innovations we use every day, like the hummingbird feeder
Yeah.
was developed here in Kerrville. You know, there's a number of things that are just people don't know about.
Did you research the Floby again?
Yeah, we did. It was not invented here, but it is produced here.
It's produced here.
Yes. And the inventor does live here.
Yeah, I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
I did research that.
I wish Doug was here because I think he's got some other ideas too about that. I think he has some other ones too that came out of here as well. So I love it. I love those. I love that hummingbird story too. That's such a great
Yeah.
little story. And I kind of forget that story once in a while. So
Well, and it was a way of helping soldiers who were coming back from war. Kind of, it was a what do they call it? It's a therapy, a type of
Yeah.
occupational therapy, where they were building their own bird sanctuary out there, and they figured out a way to build a hummingbird feeder.
and there's nothing more therapeutic than bird watching. So,
That's true.
Absolutely. Hey, speaking of innovation, Jeff Hunter's here for the first time ever. He's the PGA professional over at River Hill. All right, I got really bad tennis elbow. How can I? What's it? Do you have any stretches or advice on how to solve that?
Hammer curls.
Hammer curls.
Hammer curls.
What? Tell me about it. Come a little closer to the microphone too, if you don't mind.
So lightweight,
Yeah.
thumb straight up,
Yeah.
and you go straight north to south with your forearm. Instead of a regular curl,
Yeah.
a hammer curl.
Hammer curl. Okay.
Lightweight, lots of reps.
Okay. Just kind of.
And then quit beating the ground so hard.
Yeah, I know. Ugh. Usually, I've got it when I move a refrigerator or something like that, or something heavy, and I don't know why. Are you leaving?
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right. Goodbye. Goodbye. See you later. Thank you, Lonza. Merry Christmas, Lonza.
Thank you. Merry
Good
Christmas.
to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, that is one of the stupidest injuries of all time.
Yep. They call it tennis elbow even in golf, which I don't understand.
Well, I know, but it's like because you can't even. There's things you can do, and there's things that are just agonizing. Like holding a putter
Exactly.
is agonizing.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, it's just
It's a strange deal.
it's a very strange deal. But it's a common injury, you know.
Very common.
You know-
Almost everybody I know has had it or has it
Yeah,
currently.
mine's like I'm like in the third month of this thing. Hey, how good of a golfer is Jeff Harris?
Jeff Harris is pretty good.
Yeah,
He's streaky. Used to
streaky?
be really good. Some days he's really good. Some days he's not.
like do you have
Like all of us.
Like all of that's
He's probably a 7 to 9 handicapper.
do you have people still come to you and say, "I'm afraid of golf.
Afraid of golf? Or
I
afraid of trying?
don't want to play. I'm afraid of. I don't know how to do it. I'm afraid of it." How do you convince a naysayer? And I think there's a lot of positives in playing golf, quite frankly. You know, I'm terrible at it, but I think there's a lot of positives.
Well, to me, it's expectation. I mean, if you're not the most coordinated person in the world and it takes you a little time to get in it,
Yeah.
but it shouldn't necessarily be about results.
Yeah.
It should be about what you get out of it mentally, what you get out of it physically, spending time with friends. That's one of the things that's gotten lost in competitive golf. It's supposed to be 4 hours with your best friend.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not supposed to be how well can you play.
Well, I think that's the thing. Like someone said, "Oh, I'd just be terrible at it." I'm like, "Yeah, but that's the point of golf.
Exactly.
You're going to be terrible at it."
Exactly.
There's
And the
no
better
ro-
you get, the harder it is to get better.
Yeah, I mean, there's no rhyme or reason for the performance on the. I mean, I've always I one time hit a ball 300 yards, right? You believe that?
In which direction?
I don't,
It wa-
not really, no.
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's why I went 300 yards. There was a cart path in the middle of it at about 200 yards, right? And I hit it high enough so it came down, so I had some physics behind it, right? And hit that cart path right smack dab in the middle. It was the greatest shot I ever hit. And then it bounced and rolled another 100 yards. And I never ever, the only time I ever did, I hit a hook or a slice or something like that, you know. And this was at another golf course where this guy was like, I think he was the pro actually. And he was like racing out in his golf cart. And I smacked him. Hey, come in here, Brenda. I smacked him
You've been summoned.
I hit this guy straight on with a golf ball, and I thought we're gonna go, and he just kept on going. Like it didn't bother him. Like I've been hit before, no problem. So Brenda Hughes is here too. We're gonna talk to Brenda Hughes in a minute here, but we're talking to Jeff about golf.
Great.
All right, but Jeff's not here to deal with my shenanigans. I just like to. I love to hear golf stories. Jeff Harris says that you have some Ben Hogan stories.
I was fortunate enough to work for Mr. Hogan. So
Yeah.
I worked the tour for a year for Mr. Hogan.
What did you do exactly? Were you
I
his
had
caddy?
26 different guys under contract. So
Okay.
I was in charge of their equipment, their contracts, getting them equipment, getting them golf balls, getting them clothing, everything they needed. And I had probably 6 or 7 of the top 10 on tour at the time. And this
Wow.
was 105 years ago.
Oh, wow.
But pretty special. And then I got to talk to Mr. Hogan 2 days a week about equipment and players and what their likes and dislikes were. So
Yeah.
it's pretty special.
Yeah. Who's the greatest golfer ever?
Nicholas,
Really interesting.
if you go on record.
Well, of course, obviously, yeah.
I mean, Tiger's close, but young generation thinks Tiger, old generation thinks Nicholas. I think those that compare equally would say Nicholas.
I would say Tiger if he had Jack Nicklaus's discipline. You know, I think Jack Nicklaus is a very disciplined athlete and golfer and things like that. So
I think Tiger's on-course discipline was as good as Jack.
yeah. Just his personal life was just a disaster, which led to other things too.
We don't go there.
We don't go there. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Not there. All right. What's the toughest hole at River Hill? What's the hole that confounds even you?
High handicappers, number 3.
Number 3.
Better handicappers, I think, number
Give me the yardage and what the layout of this thing.
3's dogleg right, par 5,
Oh,
creek
man.
all the way along the right side. The second shot can be off a slope, and then you have to go over the creek and then back up a hill to the green.
See, I know exactly how I'd play that. The ball would go into the water.
Most people hit it into the creek,
Into
they
the
drop
creek.
it, hit it back in the creek,
Yeah,
drop it again,
yeah,
hit it up the fairway,
yeah.
knock it on 3-putt, make
Yeah.
an easy 9 and move on.
Yeah. I know. It was great.
Better players, number 4 is 440 from the very back.
Yeah.
And there's a pond on the right-hand side, so you need to hit a really good tee ball to get some sort of a mid-iron in.
I know is when I was at that tournament we had that Habitat had over at Scott Schreiner Golf Course, and I didn't play. I just because I had tennis elbow so bad I could barely hold my cameras. But I actually found it really enjoyable to photograph some of these guys hitting the ball because there's a pleasure in watching somebody, even an amateur, play. Hit the ball really well, and it was fun. There were some guys who like their bellies came out, and that was horrifying. But that was another part of it as well. Sergeant Lamb is here, irritated with me already for distracting him from his conversation here. There is a golf tournament on Saturday,
Nope.
Sunday.
Nope.
Nope. What is it?
That's kind of what we're here to
Okay.
talk about.
Wait a minute. All right. What's happening?
The golf tournament and what it's for, but it's been rescheduled to January 11th.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, it's a weather push, and Jeff could speak more to that.
It's a weather push. Are we gonna have weather on Sunday or this
We're
weekend?
supposed to, there's a couple different forecasts. One's 38 in the morning, drizzle, and a high of 50.
Oh yeah. It's supposed to be
So that's
cloudy and gross.
Not the best.
No.
And windy.
And windy.
Yeah, windy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But last year, River Hill was so great, just in a super short amount of time. I don't remember exactly how many days, but it wasn't very long at all. They pulled together a golf tournament that benefited our Blue Santa program, and KCP AAA were out there, and we got the
By the way, that's the Kerrville
check-
Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association.
yeah,
just so
which you are eligible to
I
be
know,
a
I
member
know, I know.
of, by the way. But it just in a short amount of time they pulled together a great tournament, and it was so beneficial to that program. And they said, hey, we're going to do it again this year, bigger and better. And it's shaping up, even with the postponement and the reschedule, it's shaping up to be pretty amazing.
I say you should pivot. Here's how you should pivot. Listen to this. All right. Here's how you're going to pivot. You're going to do a polar bear tournament, and Jeff Harris has to play shirtless.
I just rolled my eyes
Does
so
anybody
hard.
really want to see
I
that?
might be
Yes.
blind right now.
Yes,
No, I
they
don't
do.
think so.
Trust me, they do. They do. But yeah, they'd pay money to see that. All right.
I'd
Sorry.
pay money not to see that. So
Well, there's your selling point then. We're going to do this tournament, and Amazon is going to live stream it. If you don't want to see it or even think about it, then you got to pay it. It's like a bribe, right? I got to figure it out.
I think we'll go with the original
Okay.
plan, which is to recruit
I had a good
lot
idea. I'm sorry.
a lot of golfers to come out and support a great cause.
Yeah.
Enjoy an amazing course. Great day of 4 hours with your best friends.
Exactly.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and like I said, it's going to benefit an amazing cause.
I'm excited for that. How is Blue Santa going? And Laura Davis is here too from the KC.
And it's the Kerrville Police Department's Blue Santa program,
Yeah.
but the reality is the Alumni Association manages it from top to bottom.
Yeah.
And I'll let Laura speak to it.
Yeah, Laura, tell us about this Blue Santa program.
Well, we have 59 families this year
Wow.
and 133 children,
Wow.
but that's not counting like the phone calls I'm getting this morning that can you just find some toys for some people?
Yeah.
And we have many, many families that after our cutoff for Blue Santa sign up that we're trying to accommodate at least to get, we can't get clothes and food and everything, but we can at least get some toys for the kids
Yeah.
for Christmas.
Right. That's such an important thing too, because so many families may not have the money, or they may have been impacted by the flood, and in some ways, and this just is such a huge. This is like probably the one event a year that the police really look forward to this as well, and everyone's involved, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's happening this Saturday. It's so many community partners that make it a success.
It's a community project. We have lots of people helping us to make this all happen.
Yeah.
Laura, tell us how many AAA batteries were donated to this event.
It was 15,200.
What?
So if y'all need some AAA
Really?
batteries,
If anyone needs AAA
Who did that?
batteries,
Exactly.
Laura's your girl.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we've been just so honestly blessed is the only word,
Yeah.
Lewis, that you
Right.
could use
Yeah.
with so much community support. The NFL player,
Priest homes.
yeah, Priest Homes,
Really?
Yep.
made a huge donation of toys. We did our shopping at Belk yesterday
Yeah.
morning. They were so accommodating and worked with us to stretch that clothing dollar. Ashley Furniture was out there with their big moving truck to help us move all the toys from Belk to where we're doing the processing. McLean's RV, 1600 Sidney Baker. They've been, even when it was Ronnie Bach RV, that's been where we do the Blue Santa, and we're doing it again this year. And, all of the Blue Santa donation spots, as well as the River Hill Tennis Association, River Hill Country Club, Jeff Hunter and the golfers in the tournament, and just on and on and on. It really is a community event, and we the police department, we love doing it. We get to see the kids and make their Christmas just a little bit brighter.
And Priest Holmes, by the way, is I've kind of forgot about this guy.
I'm sure you're pulling up some stats right now, so you can pretend that you had just had it on top of your head. But
I knew he was a Chief, right? I knew he played for the Kansas City Chiefs, but I didn't realize that he won a Super Bowl with the Ravens, and that's where he started his career. And then he played. He had 10 good seasons in the NFL, and he rushed for 8,000 yards. And but he's Chiefs Hall of Fame. He led the league in scoring in 2002. He played for the University of Texas too. So he got hooked up with you guys, right? I mean, and
I think honestly because
he's
of
from San Antonio originally.
He has a Priest Homes Foundation that is out of San Antonio.
Right. Yeah, he retired
They do
in
a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, he retired in 2007, and so a lot of good things. So that's amazing, though. 15,000 batteries.
Yep.
Holy
And the toys he sent, like there's Lego sets, and those Lego sets
Those
for
are-
like $80,
Yes.
$90 a piece.
Yeah.
And we're talking, we got like 100 and
Oh
something
my
of those.
gosh.
That's
So
awesome.
we have-
Wow.
I mean, and like backpacks and
blessing
games
this year.
and the Squishmallows. I said, everybody gets 2 Squishmallows because we had Squishmallows coming out of our ears.
That's fantastic.
Very nice stuff. Very
Yes.
That's
nice.
amazing.
Yeah.
So this year's Blue Santa is extra special.
It really is. Yeah.
Do you give it all away, or do you keep some in reserve? Like Legos are kind of timeless.
No, we give it all away. So the way it works is, of course, we invite families to apply, and there's some requirements that they have to meet to be eligible.
Yeah.
And the Alumni Association does a great job managing all of that. And we provide them with toys. They fill out kind of a wish list, and we provide them with toys and clothing. And thanks to the Rotarians, the Rotary Club, and some other service organizations, they also get a nice Christmas dinner. All of that is given to them at the Blue Santa event. But in addition to that, there's also a number of youth homes that benefit from Blue Santa. So
Yeah.
anything that's excess, anything that's left over, we give to Hill Country Youth Ranch and K-Star and Pregnancy Resource Center and Medina Children's Home and who else, Laura? Just on and on and on. There's several.
Well, look, if you want to leave some Lego sets over here with me, I'll take them. So.
It's
I have
just-
14
Fill out
kids.
an application, Lewis, and we'll see what we can do.
Oh my gosh, what an event! So when does Mr. and Mrs. Claus show up for this?
That's this Saturday. At McLean's, and
very nice.
we're looking forward to it. And then the
You know
rest
what?
of it.
You know
will
what?
be
Now here's what's got.
delivered.
Let me tell you right now. I'm gonna now. Todd Bach has completely destroyed my algorithm in social media because I asked him a question one time about which was the best motorhome to buy, like a certain type of motorhome. He's like Ford F450. And I was like, okay. And that's all I get now is RV ads non-stop.
Well, I think
RV
after today, you're probably going to get a
Works.
bunch of golf ads, don't you think?
Well, probably.
Exactly.
Probably. Yeah.
You get doctors calling about your elbows.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, this is a homeopathic remedy for your tennis elbow, Amastoy. Here you go.
If you get Blue Santa donations, just get in touch with
Exactly.
me.
Legos as well. Brenda Hughes is here. How are you,
Yes,
Brenda?
I'm just here to buy a few of your great magazines.
I haven't got them yet. They're still coming. So they'll be here on I'm hoping Monday.
Okay. But I don't have to go online and fill
No,
out
no.
that form. I can just swing by
Yeah.
here and
yeah,
pick up one.
Yeah. The form online is if you are a paid subscriber, it will be delivered to your house. You'll get one copy, and then every other copy you have to fork over
Well,
some
I mean,
money.
they actually will make a wonderful Christmas gift.
I think so. Thank you for thinking about that too. If you want to read an epic story about some of the science of the flood, Joe Herring today I let him read a couple of pieces of the magazine, and there was something in there that he didn't even know, and he thought I was pulling his leg on it, and he went back and he wrote about it today in today's edition of the Lead. So, but that comes out on Monday. I hope. I tell you, it's 160 pages.
Okay.
So it'll be something else. I think there's one Jack Lamb photo in there, maybe one.
I think we negotiated that it was supposed to be 0. Jack.
Well, I know. Do you have to pay for anything? Like if you have to buy candy or somebody for anything?
Man, I didn't sign a release, so.
I know. I know. Yeah.
Hey,
'Cause
before we move on, I just want to say one thing real quick about our tournament.
Yeah.
That Jeff Hunter and the rest of the great folks out at River Hill is putting together. I want to encourage every golfer in the area, whether you consider yourself a Jeff Harris level or a Louis Amastoy level.
oh, it's terrible. I'm in the
Way down
very bottom.
here.
Yeah.
To sign up for this tournament. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be giveaways. They're doing all kinds of fun activities, and we're talking about getting a sports memorabilia company to come in.
Oh, nice.
And there'll be an auction with some really amazing sports memorabilia that you won't want to miss out. And we talked about maybe opening that up to everyone, whether you're in the tournament or not. So just when we start pushing out that date again, it's going to be January 11th.
Okay.
we really want to encourage folks to sign up for that. Come out and have a great time, support an amazing cause, and have a great day on the links out at River Hill.
I mean, River
We
Hill.
have
Links
we've
is
lost
the
a
right-
couple of
did I
sponsors
use-
from
did I
last
use it
year
right?
as well. We had a lady that was a huge benefactor last year who unfortunately passed away. So we're looking to cover that title sponsor again if anybody wants to do
Okay.
that. So that's available. Then we've got putting sponsors, a couple hole sponsors, those kind of things still available. And it's only $100 to play. We get nothing at River Hill for the tournament.
Yeah.
We donate the golf course. So we just really want everybody to come out and play. It's been a kind of a crazy year in Kerrville, in
Yeah, it
case
really
anybody didn't know that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who have done a heck of a lot all year, and we understand we're trying to tap into that well again. But Blue Santa is just a heck of a cause, and we know Christmas is over in December, but Santa works all year round.
Yeah.
So please don't forget that that date's a great date, January 11th. There's nothing going on but the golf tournament, so get out here and enjoy it.
Hey, was there any damage to the golf course during the flood?
Actually, there was. We, for the first time ever, that members have told me that have been there forever, we had water that backed up from the river.
Yeah.
And it backed all the way up the third fairway, almost into those houses.
Oh,
on
yeah,
number
right.
3.
Yeah.
We had about 22 feet of water on the second fairway that backed up. It got all the way up to the into the bunker on number 2 green.
Wow.
So my superintendent, Cash Lane, spent, I kind of calculated around 250 hours or so on a hose trying to wash all the mud and everything.
All the
third
goo off of
fairway.
everything.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
we were lucky compared to everything else that happened. We were lucky. That hole was closed for a couple weeks, but in the grand scheme of things, who cares? Most people, their score went down because that's the hole everybody hates anyway.
Yeah, right.
So
right,
you know they
right,
gave themselves
right.
a par and
Like,
bettered their
ah,
score by 5
That's
shots.
okay. That's okay. The course, by the way, has had some memorable tournaments on it. You know, I mean, in the short time that I've been here, it's been like the WAC championship was held here for the women's side. That was fun to go to and watch. And like I said, there's been some amazing things that have happened at that course through its history already.
Yeah, we've had some. It's pretty special. It's 50 years old now.
Yeah.
Since Byron Nelson and Joe Finger finished the golf course. And we've had some major college events. We've had some major junior golf events.
Yeah.
The membership's always been great. We've got a couple more coming up this year. What's really fun is to watch the kids that are 16 and 17. You know, when I was that age, I'm shooting 80, and these kids are shooting 68.
Right.
Which really
Yeah.
frustrates you. But
Oh, my gosh.
it's pretty amazing to watch where golf has gone physically from that standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
and how good these kids are, and how good the college and high school kids are.
Yeah,
Just incredible.
yeah, it is fun to watch. Like even like when you go to like the WAC tournament, and I mean there were so many, there was so much outstanding golf. That was 3 years ago maybe when that tournament was held here. So yeah, there's a lot going on. If someone wants to join River Hill, is there memberships available?
We do. We've had a great year. We've had one of our best years ever as far as membership's concerned. Steve Morosco is my membership director. We moved him from the golf shop into that role about 6 months ago.
Okay.
He's done a great job. So if you want any information, we have social memberships and golf memberships, depending on what you want to do. So it's great, and it's such a warm. And I've been at some really good clubs, but it's such a warm membership, and they're very welcoming. They're not cliquey, so it's a good place. It's a community. We call it, as is this community, a community. We call it the club a community. It's our little River Hill community.
Right.
So.
Alec, I want a membership just to go hit a bucket of balls like once a week, so I can stop this irritating. Tennis
Well, see,
elbow.
there's the issue. You just said you can go hit a bucket of balls. You
Yeah.
never hit balls. You practice.
I want to practice.
There's
I
a
just want
big
to practice.
difference.
Yeah,
That's one of my
true.
big people hate me for saying,
Yeah.
but don't hit balls. Practice.
Practice. Just
Then you
go
don't
play.
hurt yourself.
You
You
don't
hit
hurt
balls,
yourself.
you hurt your elbow.
Yeah.
You practice, you don't.
Right. You practice. Right.
I'll show you how to practice.
That's the best way to do it. Practice. That's the game though that I love about golf though is like I had to come to terms with it. You know, never gonna get any better. I don't have time to play as much as I would like to play. I used to play all the time, and I was still sucked. And then I haven't played for a long time. And when I go out back and play, I'm like, why do I not play all the time? Because I enjoy being out there.
Yep.
You know, and I enjoy the exasperation of hitting the ball into the water. Damn it. You know, don't have any more balls left. You know, I don't know. I had a delightful time at that last tournament at Scott Schreiner.
You referred to it earlier about how people are afraid of golf.
Yeah.
I'm not really good at basketball, but I love to play.
Oh yeah.
So
Me
it
too.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's not. Again, almost nobody is trying to play the tour anyway.
Right.
So
No.
just go out and have fun. Have
Yeah.
a couple of cold beverages and enjoy your friends.
Go
and
enjoy that.
It's part of getting outside. Get outside, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Put your phones down, put your computers down, and get outside.
Well, I think to me, it's just a metaphor for life. You know, it's one of those things where I'm hit it great, and the next thing, what did that? It's like a Tuesday. All right, Jack, how's the new office?
Love it. Love it. We're so excited about being in that building.
Yeah.
We're still getting settled in. It's going to take a little while to kind of, get everything unpacked, get everything put away. But, I've said this before, and I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over again, but we're just so grateful for that building and for everyone who made that happen. And it's going to serve this community well for a long, long time.
Well, it was good that they got Curtis Thomas in office. They asked to help out with that effort too, because he was retired, and then the chief put him back to work. So to help with that process, which I guess was really helpful. And I just drove by the other night. I drove by the old station, and I'm like, it looks kind of sad. Like it just looks like it's ready to fall over now. So it's been well used. So,
For sure, yeah.
Laura, what's it like for you to be in there? You're already working, volunteering, right?
Yes, I do. I work the duty desk, and
Yeah.
it's just, I just finished the Citizens Government Academy. I did that with
Yeah.
the city and did that.
Yeah.
And we went and took a tour of the building,
Yeah.
and all these people are like, oh, yeah, oh, it's nice. And I'm like, no, y'all don't know what they've been working in. This is what they need. They're going to be able to serve the community much better because they have everything they need there.
That's great. That is great. That's good news. And Brenda, it's a little bit. We're pushing it back into January, the grand opening, but
Okay.
This is one of your highlights.
Yes, sir. I was one of the ones who stood out there holding the sign for 17 hours a day.
Yeah, right.
In support of that proposition. And people need to remember that the citizens voted
Yeah.
for this. The citizens said, we need this facility. It wasn't something that the city did or the council members did.
Yeah.
This was something that our community said we needed and was long overdue.
Yeah.
So I just want to emphasize.
I agree.
So-
Well, I always thought it was amazing that the committee that put the bond together. I didn't think they were gonna be able to do it. I was like, I don't know, man. That's a lot to ask for in a very short period of time, and they got it done.
Got it done and under budget.
Yeah, under budget. Yeah.
Go, Brent.
Yeah. Good job, Brenda. Good job. All right. Real quick, Laura, what did you learn today?
What did I learn today?
Yes.
I learned that our golf tournaments moved to the 11th, and that we're going to raise lots of money for Blue Santa, and next year Blue Santa will be bigger and better.
I learned that Priest Holmes is pretty rad. What did you learn today, Jonathan Lamb?
Man, I learned that in addition to having weak bones, you've also got weak ligaments, tendons, everything else.
Everything's
You're
falling
just
apart.
Falling apart, man.
Yeah. Golf professional Jeff Hunter, what did you learn today?
I learned Priest Holmes need to donate things that don't need 15,000 batteries.
That's amazing.
I want to know who's putting all those darn toys together.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
Exactly. Brenda Hughes, we learned that you're running for Precinct 1 Commissioner. That's exciting.
Yes,
And
and
people
I
are-
learned that sometimes the truth hurts.
Yeah.
Because I've been watching the
Yeah.
show
Right.
from
Right.
afar.
Yeah.
And
Love it.
yes, so
All right. Good job, everybody. Thanks for joining us here. Tomorrow's show, I think Julie Davis will be here. I don't know who else will be here, but we'll have guests here tomorrow. Next week, the 19th is our last show of the season. We will return in early January. I'm not sure when exactly, but we will be back in January. So we have 6 more shows to go, and then we wrap it up for the year. The magazine, I said, will probably be here Monday, I'm hoping. So it'll be $10.
great Christmas gifts.
Yes, great Christmas. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it very much. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys again tomorrow.